Your bank is a very important supplier to you. It provides many important services that keep your business operating, from electronic banking to lending products. It is therefore a key supplier that ensures that your business can not only grow and thrive, but also continue to keep the doors open. If the appetite for your bank or the banking services start to deteriorate, it's very important that you take proactive action and actually look and consider what the options are other than your existing bank. If you're thinking of changing banks, there are 4 key steps to take. Firstly, you need to identify the right bank. It is important for you to identify with your team the most important things that the bank provides to you. For some, it might well be the lending. For others, it could be the electronic banking and the importance of being able to make robust same-day payments without any possibilities of system failure. It's very important to rank these, as banks are now providing very different levels of service and product in a lot of these key areas. You need to be able to talk to the right relationship managers at the right banks in your area. Use your network of business advisors, accountants, other law firms to seek these people out. I believe it's sensible to meet with 4 or 5 banks and then create a shortlist of 2 or 3. Once you've got your shortlist, the next thing to do is to start building a relationship with those people. That means introducing them to the people that you work with in your firm and asking to be introduced to the people that are at the bank that are part of their team. Another important way to build relationships is to actually attend joint networking events, whether they're your events or the bank's events or even a third-party event, to just build that relationship. The next step is to then start sharing some of your more detailed information, which will include your financial performance, your financial plans, your general strategy, and information about your key people. That way, the banks have got enough information to be able to provide you with an actual agreement to lend. That is the next step, which means you need to put them a banking proposal in terms of what facilities you require, what banking services you require, and then ask them for a credit-backed agreement to lend to you. That way you do not waste time talking incessantly to banks and not getting any agreement. Once you've actually had some offers, they might not be exactly as you wanted them, and therefore you might find the need to negotiate some of the terms. This is where priorities come into play. If you've decided you definitely need to move bank, then you've got to decide which bits of a terms letter are important, most important to you, and actually have a sensible conversation with the banks involved about what the real deal breakers are in their terms. There is always room for negotiation. So the people that should be involved in the negotiation and any decision making are obviously the owners of the business, i.e. the partners and directors. But also, don't forget the other users of banking services. The lending side of it might not be so important to them, but operationally, your cashiers and the people that actually are involved in transactions do need to be included in the decision making at quite an early stage so that they do feel involved and the actual transition can move smoothly. Once you're happy with the terms you've been offered, the important thing is to make a swift decision and get on with it. In my extensive experience as a bank manager, the area that caused the most frustration was the delay between the decision being made and getting operational with the new bank. There are a number of ways of mitigating these issues. Firstly, you need to appoint someone with sufficient authority within the firm to lead the project. That person needs to have the ability to be able to ask partners to sign documents and provide information in a prompt and efficient manner. Like you, the banks have significant regulatory requirements, and therefore there is a considerable amount of documentation to complete. Some banks are moving to a digital platform, which does make life easier, but please don't underestimate the amount of paperwork and form filling required. The banking market has changed considerably in the last decade and continues to change, and there are many different providers with different levels and types of services available to you. The important thing is that you do not want to be forced to move banks because the bank has fallen out of favour with you or vice versa. You should be on the front foot, be proactive and take your time to make the right decision and move when it suits you, not when it suits your current bank.